and blessings to all of God's children. I pray this finds you well on this particular day here. It's a really nice day here in Nashville, but usually on Saturdays I just keep it close and try to put as much of the day devoted as much as I can in the study and, just decompressing a little bit, and, resting in the light of the Father. I got a scripture here, Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. Excuse me. It says, "For a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief." Pretty plain speaking, a just man, one who strives toward righteousness. We're told practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So perfection comes through making mistakes. The only people that don't make mistakes or talk as if they're mistake-free in their lives are people that's not really doing anything but trying to remotely administrate and govern. It's a low voltage version of, well, I'm in it but not of it. But wait a minute, and life is gonna knock you down in the dirt. Your little squeaky clean, that perception, all that. Now you're going to take some losses here and there, but the losses are lessons. Now, you may choose to view it as a loss. Because you lose a battle, it don't mean you're going to lose the war. George Washington, when he was the primary general during the American Revolution, he lost 38 consecutive battles, but prevailed to win the American Revolution. And that's why we got what we got here today. It depends on where you're standing. Some people say one person's freedom fighters, another person's terrorists. I'm just saying. But anyway, somehow, when we're speaking in terms of excellence, it's like, hey, we're here, we're all that. But most things in life, through observation, teaches us that the things you see people doing, it may appear as though it was with ease, but what did that person had to do to get to that point where they make it so easy? Excuse me. But when you try it, you see it's very hard. Well, what we're missing and what the whole review is absent of is all of those days that person went in the gym and just shot. Now, are we looking at the gang, clutch? Yeah, they look good. But what did he had to do to reach that point in his excellence or perfection to make it appear so easy and so smooth? See, that's the part of Jacob wrestling in Genesis. He wrestled with it and wouldn't let him go. He said, I want a blessing. He wouldn't let him go until he blessed. He said, okay, man, listen, let me go. He said, your name is no longer Jacob, it's Israel. So you're going, you got to wrestle with things, man. It's not just a given. Yes, we're born with gifts. Yes, we're here for purposes. But the fact of the matter is, we have to condition ourselves and discipline our minds to really develop our desires and dreams in truth. Those dreams that we conceive or establish in truth can never die. It can never die. Long after we gone, they will live on. And see, that's the concept of eternity. It's not a just one-trick pony. It's leaving a healthy and valuable legacy to be carried on. Dr. King, Malcolm X, any of the great ones whose name and whose lives we reflect on. Such I just mentioned George Washington. I don't make him no perfect. I mean, he was just a man. But I'm trying to demonstrate how eternity works. See, it's a series of events culminating in what we call and what we perceive in our minds as the physical reality. And yes, within the parameters of physicality and material manifest works, yes, this is a physical world. But we exist in other worlds, other realms. I'm going to just go to the basic four: physical, mental, spiritual, and etherical. Etherical is explained in a lot of different ways through a lot of different teachings. But etherical means being part of all there is. Now, it's dependent upon the limits of your perception. But the fact of the matter is, to build excellence, you have to go above and beyond. In Luke 6:33 and Matthew 5:46, there's something going on. Christ is teaching something about love. He said, if you love those who love you, this is Luke 6:33, King James Version. If you love those who love you, what reward do you get? Do not even the tax collectors the same? In other words, tax collectors is a label. He's saying, like, even, the people we look down as being the lowest in society, they do that. So what type of love you express, it speaks more about you than what it is you're trying to declare. You can punish someone so bad that the punishment is more a reflection of you than it is whatever the offense is that person has done. It's a lot of people in prison. And I've gotten this myself. I've got excessive citizenship, and who knows what it was, but I'm just saying it happens. But sometimes it's just so egregious and outlandish, the way some people are treated. Like I said, it's not the laws, it's the enforcement of the laws, the disproportionate of the laws. Well, life is like that. Life is not fair. It's nothing about life was fair. And you hear people go on and on for hours and hours talking about the unfairness of life. Life is geared to be unfair. That's not me. I'm just saying that's. And once you get that in, that it is going, I don't mean to say you look around every corner and jumping at every shadow you see. No, I'm not saying that. I am saying you have to know what playing field you're on. You're on a football field trying to play baseball. And you wonder why things ain't working. As I say, you got to line yourself up with the greater plan. But if you operating thinking it's just the plan that you got, no. This has to be beat down, broken into parts, remade, recast, realigned with that of the Father. I pray something comes out of this that will bless you or have you, just stimulate your thinking within yourself, to let the light of Christ better illuminate those impediments we already have within us that's limiting us from what we are put here to be in accordance to God's divine will and purpose. Peace and blessings to all of God's people. Remember, do great things.